Hi, my name is Asatsu5 and I got another knife review for you today. This is on the C10F P Blue or BL, and if you don't know what that means, that is the Endura flat grind blue. This is how it comes to you from the box. I have carried this knife for the past few days, and I must say I love it. It is a beautiful color, and you know, it's a nice enough looking knife that you can wear it for just about any occasion, whether it be EDC or formal dress. It's full flat grind, VG10 steel, Sekisiri Japan, bi-directional grip pattern. And let's see some other specs. The overall length is 8 3/4 inches or 222 millimeters. The blade length is 3 3/4 inches or 96 millimeters. The closed length is 5 inches or 127 millimeters. The hole diameter is 1/2 inch or 13 millimeters. The blade thickness is 1/8 inch or 3 millimeters. The cutting edge, that is from where the actual cutting edge starts to the tip, is 3/16 inches or 88 millimeters, and the weight is 3.4 ounces or 96 grams. So it's a very, comfortable, good size knife. If you're not familiar with the Endura series, you should be. It is by far probably the best spyderco knife ever made, as far as it has a little bit of everything. It's EDC, it's self-defense. There's probably more variations of the Endura than any other spyderco knife, barring the Delica, which is the smaller version of this knife. This is the new FRN C10F. The F stands for flat grind, and it's also the blue coloration, which I don't know why I had to pick up the box with it. I was just looking at the code C10FPBL, and let's see. The way that I understand this is the kind of the prototype experimentation version of the new Endura. I guess this is going to be this is an Endura 4, but if this becomes popular enough, I have a feeling it's going to be like the Endura 5 or something. It's something that spyderco is playing around with. They have the full flat grind, steel liners that'll skeletonize, and it's considerably lighter weight than the regular Endura 4. You can feel it, and it has a different pocket clip. I don't have the other Endura on me at the time, but I'll kind of dovetail a comparison between this pocket clip and the Endura 4. I'm Asatsu5, and I thought while I was out getting the other Endura 4 that I'd go ahead and bring the rest of the family out, as mine and my brother's collection would allow. This is the flat grind Endura 4 Pacific Salt, which is the H1 version of the Endura, and I love that. I carry it all the time, especially when I go diving, fishing, or anything like that. This is the Endura 4, which is now, this one is kind of a collectible now, because it's the it's the fully serrated OD green Endura, and so it's somewhat collectible now. Pretty cool knife. It's my brother's, fully serrated, and this is my first generation Endura with the molded on pocket clip. I've carried this many times. I love it. I use it all the time. It's a great beetle knife. It's what I use it for. But now that I have this new Endura, I'm not going to necessarily beat it, but I am probably going to retire this one to the collection and start using this one. Anyways, to compare the two Endura foils. I think this one has a different a hole size. I'm not 100% sure. I'll annotate that in, but you can see that it's not fully flat ground. You have a little bit thicker tip right here. It's supposed to help prevent it from breaking if you stab into something hard. Pretty much same jimping, same handle material, bi-directional. Let's see. Have the let's see. I don't know if these are skeletonized. Just hang on one second. These are skeletonized, but not to the extent that these are. This one is noticeably heavier when you carry them in either hand. You can kind of feel the difference. Like I said, they discontinued the fully serrated version of the OD green, so they're harder to find, and therefore they're going to be more sought after. I think they still sell the partially serrated one though. But there it is. Pocket clips. I said that they're different. If you look at the pocket clips, even though this one is worn out a whole lot more, you can tell that the flat grind Endura has like a matte finish coating on their pocket clip, which I believe they could have put a polished stainless steel pocket clip on here and it would still be a great pocket clip choice. But I personally like the flat black coating. Is very nice looking. It complements the blue FRN very well, and I think it's going to last longer than this shinier Teflon coating, black coating pocket clip that the Endura 4 has. I believe that's the same pocket clip. Well, it's not the same pocket clip, but it's the same coating on the Pacific Salt, which you can see the difference right here. It's completely different shape. It's shaped completely different. Just to let you know that, let's see, checking this one out. This one is a pretty stiff pocket clip. When you force to get it and you put it in your pocket, you're going to think, oh man, this is really stiff. That means it's not going to fall out of your pocket. That's all I have to say. It's not leaving your pocket unless you want it to. So there you go. That's just a comparison between the Enduras and their pocket clips throughout the years in different models. Thought about it, might be pretty interesting to show you. Pocket clip, but you know, there's just some slight differences in them, and they made them in all these cool, vibrant colors. This ocean blue, this kind of clay brown, red clay brown. They got purple, green, you know, like this green screen green, and let's see, they have some other colors like gray. I can't remember all of them. Let's see, they have kind of a gray, brown, green, purple, and the sea blue. And this knife is razor sharp out of the box. I tell you, I don't know if you can see this. You know, I made a second pass just to kind of even it up, but it is razor sharp. I don't know if you can see that, but there was hair on my blade. I'm fully confident if you have to have a little touch-up shave right before let's just say a job interview, a date, you're in your car, you or nowhere near your bathroom where you usually shave. You just need to do a quick touch-up. This thing will take care of it. No doubt about it. Let's see, this is also, you know, just, you know, a very fine tip. If you have to do like some surgical cutting, it has a very fine tip. Very fine point. Just keep in mind that since they thinned out the tip, that it's going to be a lot more fragile than the regular Endura, so the tip will break off a lot easier. But this isn't, you're not supposed to use this as a pry ball, but that's just something to keep in mind. I don't know if you noticed, inside the box it came with this piece of paper, and pretty much says, "Dear spyderco customer, this is the new C10 Endura 4. and it's fiberglass reinforced with the bidirectional texturing, and it has dual skeletonized linels, and just kind of talks about the 14mm opening hole and all the different features they added into it that makes it different from the regular Endura foil. This knife was made in limited numbers. They did not just make a whole bunch of these. They made a certain amount in each color. They're going to send them off in the world, and whichever one sells the most, I have a feeling that that color is going to continue selling. They're going to start making even more of them. Now, a couple of problems I have with this. No problems as a knife user, but as a knife collector, there's some things that I think Spyderco could have done to make it a more collectible knife, and that they could have sold this knife for a lot more money. Not like considerably a lot more money, but they could have made more money off this knife if they would have done the following, such as on the blade, if they would have put forced production and the number like 1 out of whatever, like they do on those spirit runs, like maybe 1 out of 600 or whatever. They could have sold this for a lot more if they would have put forced production on it. Also, on the little piece of paper that this knife comes with, explaining about all the new features and how this knife is created in limited numbers and the thinking behind the knife. If they would have put the same forced production, the matching maybe serial number, or like 1 out of whatever forced production thing at the bottom, it would have made it more collectible. But they did not do this. This pretty much has the same markings as a regular Endura, and because of that, you have no idea how many of these blue ones were forced made. You don't know how many of these knives altogether in all colors were made, which to me as a knife collector is pretty valuable information. It's very interesting information. As a knife collector, I would like to know how many of these were made, out of what series, what number out of the series did I get? Did I get the 60th out of 5,000, or did I get the first out of 5,000? This is very interesting information, and I think that Spyderco kind of missed out by not putting that information on the knife and this piece of paper. But other than that, being a knife user, you cannot ask for a sharper, more comfortable knife to carry, to handle. It's very comfortable. I love carrying this knife, love using this knife. And keep in mind, it's shaved very smoothly. That's after I've been carrying it for a few days. That's after I've been using it. This little, cut test for you, paper cut test. It's sharp. Need I say any more? But that's just a few of the hang-ups I have. I believe that both Spyderco and the knife collector could have benefited from that. Some other information. It is ambidextrous tip up and tip down carry. So, anybody could use this knife. Lefty, righty, ambidextrous people. And that's about it. I mean, I gave you all the specs. I gave you the little piece of paper explaining all the new features and the thought behind this knife, far as it being a prototype, and if this sets off to be a very popular knife, that they'll continue it. Spyderco, far as the website giving you specs and numbers, is a very, very detailed specification page. They tell you everything. Metric American measuring systems. Oh yeah, something else I want to tell you about. The jimping on it is very useful. Once you grab this knife, it's going to stay in your hand. So if you have to use it in a tactical situation, you can. Reverse grip, regular Filipino grip, sable grip, hammer grip, and it's just an overall smooth, elegant, beautiful knife. I believe anybody who buys this knife will greatly benefit from it, that they'll love it, and they will cherish it for a very long time. I'm a Satsu 5. I hope you enjoyed the two cut test demos. I'll probably have a bottle cut test sometime in the future. Hope you enjoyed the review. I know I enjoyed the knife. I'm a Satsu 5. Have a good day. I am out.